So as you go out and you deploy these tactics and methods, so challenges, you're partnering with JVs, even when you're planning your referral programs, for all these methods that you're using within your marketing, and you've got this strategy now that we've got in place as well, we want to personalize it. And we've talked about this pretty extensively in many of the other courses with how important being specific to your marketing message is. And so that's the benefit of creating multiple prospect profiles and not just leaning on your ideal client. Your ideal client is that person that's ready to buy. What about all of the other people out there? So as we talk about expanding your audience, we want to be able to speak specifically to each of those people at different points in their own prospect journey. And so what you want to do, as I mentioned this in a previous class, was that you need 3 to 5 different prospect profiles. I would suggest a bare minimum of 1 for each stage of the prospect journey. So 1 for awareness, 1 for discovery, 1 for decision. And then if you need to expand on that, then you could have multiple genders. So you could have a male and female for each of those. Some of those might be a male or a female as you go through. And then if you have multiple offers, you're going to have the same prospect profiles for each of those stages for each offer that you have. So if you have, say, personal training and group training as offers in your business, you'll want to create prospect profiles, 3 of those for each. You can certainly expand on them. You can go as in-depth as you want. The purpose of this, again, is to have the prospect profiles cover the entire range of that journey. And ideally, if you do this correctly, it should cover your entire target market. And so as you're creating these prospect profiles, I want you to use the same strategy that we use with your ideal client, but I want you to put it ideal for this specific stage. So whatever stage that prospect is in. So we're not going to use a range like you would be taught when doing a target market. We're creating one profile, which is going to have one very specific person. You're going to name this person. A lot of times, and we use internally, we use this within our business as well at Fitness Revolution. We use some alliteration. So we might put Subscriber Sally, right? Subscriber Sally has all these terms, or Trainer Tim, and Trainer Tim has all of these key characteristics. So we use a lot of alliteration when we're creating those names, but you want to give them a name, and then you want to have a gender, you want to have an age, an income level, what's their business look like. So for us, that's what their business looks like. For you, it might be what's their life look like, what are their hobbies, what are their challenges, what do they spend their time on, what do they drive, what neighborhoods do they live in. And again, get as specific as you possibly can. You want to know what their biggest struggles, what their pain points are, and then also what are they looking for? You know, what are their aspirations that you need to be able to hit on so that you know how to attract these people. And you want to get as detailed as you can. So it's basically like cloning your ideal client profile. And we've got some templates for you to help you go through and build out these prospect profiles. I encourage you to go in and use those and put those to good use to develop your 3 to 5 prospect profiles. And I need to touch on this one last point here with this. As you're creating these, I want you to think about this like dating. And so this whole prospect journey is a lot like a dating scenario. Right? If all you do is talk to your ideal client, what happens when you acquire a prospect that isn't ready to buy yet? That's a lot like walking into a bar and going right up to someone that you're attracted to and asking them to marry you right away. They're not quite ready for that yet, right? So what you need to do is create these profiles for people like how can you introduce yourself to maybe just get a number or email. That's the awareness stage. Then you want to go on the first date. And dating is the discovery phase. And then we might decide to get a little more serious and become exclusive. Or maybe we take it to the next level and we're engaged. And so you need to think of it like that, like you're trying to move people from one step to the next. You need to understand what that person is like. What do you need to know about them? What are they looking for? If you think about it like that, it helps me really when I go through this to understand what each of those profiles need to have in it, what's really important, and then how to put them to good use.